Yes, what you see before you is 2 arcade cabinets. Now, I know many of you are probably asking a question right now. Chibi, why do you have 2 arcade cabinets? Why? Like, why do you? What's the purpose of this? And I'm going to explain. Honestly, I didn't even know if I was going to make a video on this, to be honest, but I kind of wanted just to showcase it because this is probably the nerdiest thing I have ever gotten. Like, no joke, I know I'm a nerd. When you look at what I have in my room, to my manga collection and all of that, I mean, I'm a nerd. I'm an otaku. I'm a nerd. It's very obvious when you see stuff like that. But I have to say, out of everything I've gotten over the years, these 2 things right here is probably the nerdiest thing. Just because arcade cabinets. I legitimately have working arcade cabinets in my room. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you guys kind of a close-up of what these arcade cabinets are. As you can see, it's Champion Street Fighter 2, which does come with basically the different versions of Street Fighter, as you can see down here. It comes with, you know, Street Fighter Champion Edition. It comes with Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's what's all in this cabinet. Now, when it comes to this cabinet, which as you can see here has Rampage on the top, which classic, love Rampage. Personally, I prefer Rampage 2, but I do like Rampage, and I do hope one day maybe there could be a cabinet that comes out with Rampage 2. But I really love the designs of these cabinets. Just really look at this. It's just, I love it. I love the way everything looks, the way they have everything kind of just, you know, on the sides. It's very beautiful. You have like all the characters of Street Fighter right here on the sides. It's really nice. I love the design they did and how, you know, these cabinets were made. Now, many might be looking at this and think, are they kind of cheap? Honestly, no, they're really not that cheap. Like, in terms of, like, what the material they're built out of. Like, the material, it's actually pretty solid. It's really solid. It's really quick to assemble as well. It actually took maybe the first one, which I assembled the Rampage one here first. This one took about probably 40 minutes or so to assemble, and once, you know, this was learned how to do that, this one took about maybe 25-30 minutes. It really, to assemble these, it's really not that hard. I was very surprised. The majority of the inside is actually just hollow. I'm not joking, it is. But okay, so I know many of you are asking, so Chibi, you have 2 arcade cabinets. How much were they? That's probably what you guys are all asking now, wondering about. Now, before I tell you how much these were, I want you guys to give a guess. How much do you think these 2 cabinets were combined? A price. Or how one of these singular cabinet units would be. How much would they be, you know, if you were to just buy a single one? Now, I want to tell you where I got them at. I got them at Walmart. I got both of these at my local Walmart. And I will say it was Black Friday when I did pick these 2 up. So that's just giving some clarification to that. Now that I've given you enough time to guess in the comments, I got both of these arcade units for $149 each. Now that seems like a lot of money, and yes, it is a lot of money. But let me explain. These units normally go for $2.99 each, plus tax obviously, for regular price. But thanks to Black Friday sale, each of these were for $149.99 plus tax, and so technically I got, you know, 2 for the price of 1. So I was like, you know what, I'm not passing it up. I've always wanted an arcade cabinet, and it's Black Friday, so you know what? Let's do it. Let's get these arcade cabinets I can play passively when I'm bored or something on these games. It does have like 2 players, as you can see, 3 players on this one. But yeah, it was a steal, and I'm like, yo, for $4.99 each one, I'm gonna get it. They had a couple more units. They had like a Pac-Man unit. They had a Galaga unit. They had a bunch of classics, but there's one unit that I wanted, but they don't have until next year. Apparently, they're going to be making a Ghost and Goblins arcade unit, you know, next year coming out around spring. I might get that depending on how it is, but yeah. Okay, so I know many of you are wondering, so how is it? Like, how is, you know, the unit? So I want to turn them up. Let's start with my classic Rampage. Personally, I prefer Rampage 2, but, you know, I'm still happy to have it. So as you can see here, you have the on switch, the volume switch, the controls and stuff telling you about it and all that. But let me turn it on. It's very simple. It's probably going to be loud, so headphone warning for anyone that's, watching. Be careful, but I'm going to turn it on. So, as soon as you turn it on, that's what you'll be greeted with. Just give it just a brief second. Okay. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It pops up with Arcade 1-Up. Now, I won't be able to play majority of the music and stuff because obviously copyright, I don't want to get into any trouble. I'll be very delicate with that. But this arcade unit comes with a bunch of games. It comes with Rampage, Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. And they're really classic games. And obviously to select through these, you use your joystick and all that. And you can go through each one you want. So let's just, for the sake of it, since it's the Rampage unit, let's play, Rampage. So you would click, the button, and it'll load up, and it tells you if you want to get back to the home screen to select games, you would obviously have to hold player 1, but, I just press it down just to, get it up. So now it's loading up. The classic Rampage, can you believe that? It's ridiculous, honestly. So if you wanted to, let's say, play 3 players, you would click this and all that, or depending on what character you want to play. So if I wanted to play, let's say, Lizzie, George, or whatever, you would select one of these buttons to choose. So I'm just going to be simple, do 1, and you add credits, obviously. So that's like my lives. And then, I attack. So yeah, see that? It's the classic. So, as you can see here, just the classic, style. You can punch and all that, or jump, my bad. I'm trying to play with one hand, it's kind of difficult, but it's classic Rampage. It's kind of cool. I really love that. But that's pretty much this, just to show it off, so I want to turn this off for the time being. And you could just shut it off, it doesn't actually hurt it at all. Now, for Street Fighter, let's turn this baby on. It's going to have the same kind of startup, so you'll see the Arcade 1-Up pop up and all that, like that, as you can see here. I love that. I love that sound effect. Now, I'm going to have to kind of turn the music off. I'm going to have to mute it because, I don't want to get in any trouble, so I'm going to turn it off. But the music is really good. It's one of the reasons to why I bought this cabinet because, when you get into an arcade and when you enter it, the machines are all on and you hear the music in the background, let's say iconic Pac-Man or whatever. Well, majority of these units actually don't have that, which was what I was kind of disappointed about. But out of all the units they had, Street Fighter was the only one that I could say leave on idle and have music playing on in the background. And that's why I like this unit. Why I actually chose this unit over Pac-Man was because I can leave it on, have the music on, and while it's idle on the main menu, it's just playing music and stuff, and you just see the effects of, Street Fighter 2 and all that. So I really like that. But as you can see here, you can select the different ones. So just for the sake of it, let's just click this one, obviously. Same button click and all that. And it loads up. It's pretty simple. It does have the start menu. This is where the music would start playing. As you can see here, it's a classic, but like I said, I muted it for you guys can't hear it because don't want to deal with copyright. No, don't want to deal with that. But it's a really nice arcade cabinet. I'm just very surprised with just how detailed this is. So, obviously, if you want to play, you press to play and all that. And it'll load up the character select screen, which has, like, all the characters, Bison, and all of them right there. So, I'm really like this. It's a really nice, unit. But, yeah, that's pretty much, what I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. It was for a cheap price, so obviously I couldn't turn it, down. I was like, I've always wanted one, so I'm glad I was able to get them. So before I end this video, I know many are going to be having the question probably, are these arcade units, are they worth it? Should you get one? Are they worth the price? For instance, excluding Black Friday sale, for instance, each of these being for $149 each, if you were to, let's say, go out there right now and try to buy these for $299, are they worth it? Should you spend the money to buy these? Personally, I believe it is worth the price, but at the same time, for a lot of others, they probably will believe it's not worth the price, and I'll explain the reason why. The reason why I believe that is because if you're someone from, let's say, the 90s or the old era when, games used to be back on the arcade, just playing with the joystick, button pressing and stuff, with your friends or whatever, putting quarters into the machine, you know, this is gonna make you feel like you're back in your childhood again. And me, I used to love going to arcades and just playing games and stuff. I remember when I was a kid getting into the racing, you know, arcade units, sitting down racing and stuff. It was really fun, and just seeing these for $2.99, I was just very surprised, because normally these units go up to like thousands upon thousands of dollars. Obviously, this unit, or these units, they're mini units, and they're nowhere near like the top of the line, you know, arcade cabinets you can get for thousands of dollars. But I mean, for the price, for $2.99, if you're not counting Black Friday, what I got for them, I think they're pretty freaking decent. I mean, personally myself, I haven't experienced any problems. The only thing I will say I have experienced, actually, is just a minor joystick issue with this middle one, and a minor joystick issue with this one, which, I don't know, it could either be, you know, mishandle of use with the joystick, or maybe it was, you know, just something else with assembly. But the only problem I've actually had with these units is just the joystick slightly, like, not working, and so I had to kind of, like, pull it up or whatever to fix it, but overall, it works pretty fine. So, I mean, personally, I think these units are worth the price. I actually would love to get more. I mean, I don't really have the space right now, technically, to get any more units, but one of these days when I do have more, you know, I can add a room onto this house, I would love to, you know, make an arcade room, you know, get all the arcade units and be able to play. It'd be very fun. Nice little, you know, project I can have on the side. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click, you know, the bell icon down below. And if you would like more videos like this, kind of vlog-ish videos, talking about other things that's not always related to anime, then let me know in the comments below as well. But with that, guys, I love you. Be safe. Chibi out.